Jeffree Star, he's a white gay man.
Well, Jeffree Star seemed to piss off a lot of people today. He done pissed them off. Jeffree Star still is talking about Charlie Kirk, and now the trans community is up in arms over what Jeffree Star had to say. Now, Jeffree Star has made statements like, there are men who wear wigs who go to the women's restroom. Girl. And people really seem to be loving what Jeffree Star has to say. It's interesting, if he would have said this maybe 5 years ago, people would have been so upset, cancel. They would have had their pitchforks ready, knocking down his penthouse, ready to attack. Attack! But it seems like, Jeffree Star has a lot to say.
What you have going on with you psychologically, you will always be who you were born. How is that even a debate? No matter how many surgeries I get, I'm always gonna be Jeff. Science doesn't lie. How is that a debate? So a grown man that goes around the country debating people, spitting facts, was just taken out. And I'm not over it. I can't sit here and play with makeup right now. I want to throw up. So no, I'm not a Republican. No, I'm not a Democrat. I'm Jeffree Star. Stop trying to label me. Stop trying to label me. I am a male. I am a makeup artist. I am a makeup mogul. I am a business owner. I am a farmer. I am a rancher. I am a son. I am someone's cousin. I am someone's friend. Stop labeling me. Y'all don't know anything about my beliefs. You just assume. Your DNA is still who you are. And why am I saying any of this? Because Charlie Kirk fought for the rights. He fought for the truth. He debated everybody. And you guys cannot argue that. You are delusional and you are mentally ill if you were trying to go against what I just said. I didn't say my opinion. I said a fact. I am Jeffrey Lynn Steininger Jr. That's who I am. I am born a male. There's no debates. There's nothing to say. People want to go against facts and they want to be angry. So someone just took out Charlie Kirk because he speaks facts. I am horrified.
Now, there have been a lot of people who are very upset with what Jeffree Star had to say recently. They feel like he is letting people know where he stands politically. But Jeffree Star will sit there in the video and say that he's not a Republican, he's not a Democrat. He's openly said that. And I feel like he will say that, but then people also feel like, well, no, because he did this and because he said that, I just assumed that he did this and that. And I think, honestly, Jeffree Star will pick and choose what is best for him at that moment. And I think a lot of people are like that and just aren't afraid and are afraid to speak out vocally like he has. It's benefited Jeffree. He's made lots of money, gained new followers because he is speaking vocally about the truth, quote unquote. Now, I do not agree people wanting to stomp on Charlie Kirk's grave. I don't agree with people getting upset like that. I wouldn't wish that on anybody. Not even my worst enemy.
Jeffree Star was shaped like a box of almond milk about the face when he started content creation. Y'all are tagging me and stuff about him. First of all, he's a white gay man. And here's the interesting thing. He really do have the secret sauce. Let me explain. He, Santana, Alonzo, before Alonzo identified as trans, Andre, I messed up the last name. Examples of people who currently or did identify as gay men who get to exist in femininity and they get to benefit from that expression, and they get to maintain their privilege in identifying as a man when it comes down to it. So when these conversations happen, they get to shed it all and be like, I understand exactly what I am and who I am. Mind you, stay beat in makeup and wigs more than I am. And my birth certificate and ID says F. Huh? And what I'm saying in that is they have the secret sauce because they get all the rhythm and none of the blues. James Charles does the same thing. I can go down the list. And so you have a person who walks around in drag every day, benefits from it, makes millions upon millions off of it. And when it comes down to holding space and understanding the trans experience, every chance that he gets, he throws it to the wolves. Whether he's sitting on a podcast with a whole bunch of white boys that he would be, the type of gay for pay white boys that he likes, right? We need to remember, Jeffree Star was a person who knew that if he got enough money, he could do whatever he wanted to do and be whoever he wanted to be. And that's okay for him. And you better see him for who he is today, but he can't comprehend the trans experience. He's transitioned in every way. He was mediocre, unattractive, white trash. And now he is mediocre, surgically advanced, rich, white trash. Yeah. Absolutely. So I'm not baffled or gobsmacked by anything that man says at all whatsoever. A person who can only exist by hiding themselves away in a ranch in the middle of nowhere. His closest friends are his dogs. And even those are white. The one time he had a piece of trade, honey, he had that nigga around there for a couple of weeks because he chose dark meat instead of white meat for that time period. But that's about it. The darkest thing that Jeffree Star keeps around him is his Birkin bags. So the reaction, I can't react to what I know already exists. There is, it's also the getcha gotcha that motherfuckers think they have of, well, this is how you were born. Bitch, I know how I was, I know what happened at birth. I understand. I get it. But there is no bitch that's entire face has been shifted and molded like a Voltron going in formation can talk to me about what I was born as. There's no way. We would have to go find Emily Deschanel and get a reboot of Bones to figure out who you were if you passed away and honey and people didn't know and all they had was your skeletal structure. Yeah. We need an anthropologist to figure out who the fuck you were. That's how much you've shifted. But oh my God, transness is wild. And then you go into his videos, it's the white women, it's the gays. Y'all are never gonna be safe. You aren't. Oh my God, I have so much respect for him. Y'all are giving something y'all don't even have a definition of. You've never been respected. How you gonna give respect? Huh? You gays in the comments, Jeffree Star will walk past you and put his nose up to you. That is someone whose salvation is rooted in elitism. And he got it and he chose to go out on a farm and live by himself. That's how insufferable he is as a human being. And he sits on TikTok with y'all all day talking about other people's makeup brands and putting out a 50 millionth version of a shimmery damn glitter and a motherfucking Barbie palace ass mirror. He is reductive as fuck. Can't no Vampire Diaries ass bitch ever make me feel no type of way. And you need to stop letting him make you feel some type of way. Because Jeffree Star is saying he can't recognize me, can't see me, because bitch, you ain't supposed to see me, bitch, because we ain't equal. Bitch, you can't sit with me. Wouldn't want to sit next to you. Bitch, I know you smell like poppers and motherfucking Navy lube. Yeah. Yeah. Smelling like fisting grease. Don't nobody care about Jeffree Star, and y'all need to stop caring about Jeffree Star. Jeffree Star holds no power over us. He's not even us. He's an alien he identifies as an alien for a reason. Because he did all that and still can't find a place to exist in. Still can't. Because also the other irony, let me get into this. Y'all will sit around and talk about trans women, and y'all will find men who only want to fuck y'all when y'all got on wigs and when y'all got on a beat. You're on dating apps, nails done, face beat, lashes. Again, I made a video about when men who identify as straight spend their time chasing studs. Yes, not what's in their pants, but people who are dressing like and presenting as male, extremely masculine. Because you don't know what someone has in their pants, hopefully, until you get into the bedroom with them. So your first indicator of attraction is based on what you see. You don't think it's gaggy that you spend your whole time walking around looking, presenting as female? You're not out here dating people with your chin hair going on. You can't even date someone with your original chin, bitch. Y'all walking around getting hunched on in guiche. New lace fronts every day, and you think you want and this behind Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk didn't believe in the gays either. Niece, you will never be the model minority. These black cishet men are barely scraping through, and they gotta sell. They gotta sell out half of the black population to make that happen. So sit over there, play with your makeup and your camera, buy your pieces and your tray to walk through your house, and shut up.
No. But I do understand that people are very heated about this topic. It's almost like a social issue. And I see comments like, where's the same energy for Floyd? And where's the black spaces on Instagram that people were posting? Where's that energy today with this situation? I see a lot of that. And I see it like Chanel. I see both sides of it. We even had Ethan Klein from H3 Podcast break down and cry about the Charlie Kirk situation.
You consider yourself a gun control activist and you find yourself cheering on the assassination of Charlie Kirk, then you are the problem. Being a principled activist means staying true to the whole point of the cause. The point is to reduce gun violence. Everybody has a right to not be shot when they go outside. Even the people who advocate for more guns. Because the principle is what's important. We're protecting everybody or we're protecting nobody. We don't get to make distinctions about who is a valid target for being shot if you actually believe in gun control and lowering gun violence. If you're gleeful in the face of what happened, not only are you a sick, demented human being, but I want you to know that I despise you, and I hope you will never watch my videos ever again.
All right, so there you have it, right? So many people are speaking about what happened with Charlie Kirk. And also I see the other end of the spectrum where so many people aren't. In fact, I made a TikTok the other day that got over 70,000 views. And here's what I had to say in that video that people resonated with. The amount of beauty gurus who are silent about the whole Charles Kirk situation is mind-blowing to me. I can't believe these are the same people that whenever they launch a new makeup product, they want us to support it. But when it comes to social topics, they're just radio silent about the whole entire situation. And it just kind of mind blows me that the ones I thought that would speak up didn't. And the ones that even gave us something, some inkling, I'm like, you know what? Good for you for using your platform for saying something at all. But it's the ones that don't. Especially if they're going to talk about it and then turn around in the same sentence, promote something they're selling. The people see it. Like, you guys see it. And of course, I always get called out for calling it out because God forbid you have an opinion on TikTok. But it's just something I've noticed I have a list of beauty gurus that just remained completely silent and continue to sell their products as if nothing's going on in the world. Like, okay, got it. In the last couple of days, I have literally seen so many people have so much outrage, so much support, and I'm at a loss for words, guys, you know? But, you know, I do feel like what I said was true. It's like I feel like either I don't understand why people aren't speaking about it. I'm not talking about the beauty gurus or any big type of celebrities right now. And I get it. They don't want to speak on it because they feel like if they do, they are going to divide their community if they don't speak on it. I get that. But I just like, it's such a huge topic. To avoid it is kind of eyebrow raising, or especially in this last couple of days to come out with merch and sell something. You know what I'm saying? It just kind of makes it very, I don't know. Am I the only one? I mean, listen, we've been through this type of situation before. Next week, everybody will forget or will move on. It'll be a new topic, a new cancellation will take over the internet. And then there's that. And that's just the truth of it all. And I saw this video about deep psychology where they asked ChatGPT, like after reading every single book of psychology, what are some dark truths about human behavior and science? And it came up with this. And let me show you this receipt because I found it to be very eye-opening. Here we go, Rose.
ChatGPT was asked what the most brutal truths in psychology are, and these were the answers. A prompt was, you've read every psychology study and every psychological thinker and philosopher. Whoa. What are the 5 things everyone must understand about their own psychology or they risk failing at life?
Okay.
Your brain lies to you constantly is number 1. You're not a passive observer of reality. You are a narrator. Your brain invents stories that feel true, but often are built on cognitive bias, emotional residue, and past wounds. Number 2 is what you avoid controls you. Mm-hmm. Avoidance feels like relief in the short term, but every time you dodge discomfort, you strengthen fear, shame, procrastination, or resentment. Yep. Number 3, you are not who you think you are. Identity isn't fixed. It's a feedback loop of habits, roles, beliefs, and repeated stories. You shape who you are by what you do over and over, not who you wish you were. The 4th one, you are wired for emotion, but built to regulate it. Feeling your emotions is not enough. Mental health comes from being able to name, hold, and use your emotions, not be hijacked.
There you go.
Them was reality checks.
That is true. That was so true. AI is amazing if you use it the right way. Those literally were reality checks, and you have to have either walked through that path to understand it, or you're sitting there questioning it. Really listen to it, because those were some really deep, dark truths. All right, guys, grab a snack and come on back. So, switching gears here, Chanel has released $360 lip oil. That's right, one lip oil, $360. I went and I reviewed it. Chanel's $360 lip oil. Let's check it out. All right, glass component, super heavy. Look at this applicator. Look at that. It has a light fragrance to it. Almost like a hint of vanilla a little bit. All right, so let's try it out. I'm gonna grab this spoolie here. And does it fit? No. Hold on. Okay, so here's what I'm doing. So because it's not a doe foot, I'm grabbing the product here and I'm just putting it onto this spoolie, and I soaked up enough of it. So it does have vanilla extract and vanilla planifolia, something like that. All right, here we go. Nothing on the lips, no makeup or anything like that. Okay. Let me go in for a second coat. Okay, what do you think?
It looks good.
Yeah, you guys, so this is my my assistant, and checking it out. Okay, honestly, for $360, it feels very luxurious. It feels silky, It's smooth. It's not sticky. I'm not mad at it. Very pricey though. But the formula, I've never felt this formula before, and I've sucked a lot of dick. And let me tell you, I've never felt this before. It's not plumping. It's not cooling. It's just very like I don't know how to explain it. It's just different. I'm not trying to hype it up. I'm not paid by Chanel. This is a different formula. It's good. Worth $360? Probably not, but you are paying for the Chanel name, so get used to that. But I think this might have been a diss at Louis Vuitton, since they just dropped their $260 makeup palettes and $160 lipstick. So I do like how heavy it is though, and it does feel quality. But what do you guys think?
It looks good.
Yeah. See you later, guys. I was kind of shook by what I had to, let me just give you the review. I shot a review. Here we go, roll it. Guys, oh my gosh. All right, guys, let's talk about it. So after I tried it on, like I said, it was nice. Then I went on about my day. Literally, I drank some water and it just went away. It felt very silky, smooth, and I can't even describe it. Like my friend said, it almost feels like it shouldn't be placed on the lips, but that formula was different. But anyways, my lips still felt kind of dry. It wasn't life-changing. It wasn't immediate. I didn't see anything like that, right? But it did feel nourishing and plumping and hydrated. But that's majority with all lip oils when you put them on. I found the 24 karat gold applicator to be interesting on top of that too. Hold on, I'm getting receipts right here. Oh. Talk about that later in another video. Stay tuned for that video, for that tea. Anyways, I don't know. I have so many videos in the pipeline I need to edit and put out for you guys. I can't wait for you guys to watch it. Also, if you're going to be in Las Vegas, I'm going to be in Las Vegas September 18th. And if you are, send me an email. My email is richlux@richluxonline.com. And hopefully you guys send me an email. I can send you an invite to come to where I'll be at. But anyways, all that to say this, I just want to say a big thank you to everyone who has been watching and supporting me and all the double taps and likes. And oddly enough, the Chanel lip oil, although it was $360, you do get a leather case to go with it with tweed in the inside that was designed by a designer. And I also felt like the glass was also designed by like a glass blower or something like that. Very interesting, but all these specific designs and ateliers that went behind it all, $360, and the lip oil is kind of like meh. But I was telling my friend, I was like, after I finish it, I can fill it up with another lip oil I like. The applicator was interesting though. But anyway, I would literally buy it for the packaging. Like literally, that's what I would buy it for. Which in that case, I might as well just wait and see if the packaging ends up on eBay emptied and just buy that. So who knows? But anyways, let me know what you think about that drama in the comment section down below. This is Rich Lux with the hottest celebrity news and gossip on YouTube. Mwah.